what's coming down the pike at us. And I did have someone ask me for a mini personal read or a mini love reading or something to that effect. I got you. We'll look at the stars, mine. So this is the happy medium at Phoenix Rises. How are you today, loves? I hope well. I hope all is right in the world. Change is coming. Change is coming. It's Leo season, okay? Everything you just worked all summer to get, everything that you've been fine tuning, all the hard back-breaking labor that you have put in with all the extra on top of you, keep that momentum. Don't back down, don't slow down. It's not time to slow down until September. Now is the time to say it with your chest. Now is the time to stand on business. Now is the time to defend everything you've already worked for. It's no backing down. It's do what we came to do, right? I know that we were afraid. I know that we were people pleasing. Our boundaries were kind of shaky. It was, we've done a few rounds of this now. First, you got an idea. Then you started putting into that idea. Then the competition came for that idea. And then the obstacle course. And now we're almost at the end of the obstacle course. You are about to get the fruits of your labor. Just hang in there. Stick with it. Keep doing it. Whatever it is that you're doing, that you've been doing, protect it. Protect it. It's that time. You have something to offer the world. You have something that we need. Not like take from you. Something of value. Something that your experience taught you, or something that your new perspective taught you. We've all gotten a new perspective. So I'm doing this message for the ones who are in my collective, and the ones in my collective, you've been in the heat of battle. It's been uphill, downhill, backwards, sideways, both hands tied behind your back and blindfolded. You've had to do it the hardest way possible with the least amount of help. But this is the season where you being someone else's lifeline while they just drown you is over. The season where they call you and they're really just crying wolf is over. The part where our bleeding hearts have already bled all over the floor is over. It's time to pick up the pieces of ourselves and move on. We're not running back to save those who don't want to come in the first place. Well, thank you. Thank you. It might be the sure force that I've had to use today just to be here, just to get in front of you now. So let's see what's coming up. Patience, like I said, patience. But time's almost up because normally he's upside down like this, like doesn't know which way to go. Then we got strength. Strength. That's what I mean by maintaining your momentum. You've already done a good job getting up to this level. You've already done a lot alone without the help. So what I mean by this is the season where we don't go back for them. Those who not only did not help you get here, but were the ones you had to overcome to get here, they were just lessons. They were truthfully blessings because it accelerated our growth. Their pushback accelerated our growth. We learned to navigate these choppy waters and they haven't yet. How long have I been reading cards? I've been doing it for a while, and I don't usually do it for YouTube. I just do it to check my mirrors, if you will. But I'm good at the message without the cards. This is just so you can see where my information is coming from. I guess the whole thing's upside down. Here we go. Okay. Hard work is paying off, right? This is a matter of endurance. This is a matter of sticking it, stick the landing. Yeah, you've been having to fight them off. You've been having to defend yourself a lot more than usual. Change. You want to keep those changes. It's been a fight to change certain things, drop bad habits, get rid of certain people. You've had to fight to make your space. I very much enjoy painting. If you check some of my other videos, this whole room's a craft room. So like, this is for funsie, but you guys get you some of these. My children love to play scientist, and my aunt got them a whole bunch of little eyedroppers and bottles to play scientist all summer long. It's been fun. All right, you see that? You see that hard work? 2 times. It shouldn't go to this because it started out with the hard work, and this is like you shouldn't be going from the 8 to the 7. So people are fishing around in your information, trying to see what you got going on just to screw it up, trying to interrupt you, trying to keep you stuck where you are. And here's the reason they want to keep you stuck where you are. This next season is going to kind of suck, especially if you're a people person, because you can't be with those people right now. You got to be with you. You can't open the door for everyone. It's a closed session. It's a one-on-one. Those who have abandoned you, who are just now showing up, they can tell you're close to the finish line. They can tell that you're about to get over that gate. And it's not even that they are actually curious as to how you got there. They don't give a fuck what work it took. They don't care what you're still planning on doing. There's two reasons that they're asking. They're asking because, wow, you were doing really bad when I left you and now you're doing better. Oh my God, I missed you so much. They didn't. When you were down and had nothing to give them, they ran the fuck off. Whenever you rebuilt everything from ash, they suddenly want to sit at your table again. We're not doing that. You can't sit with us. Wednesday's the day we all wear pink. Well, it's not pink. It's all white. We're not doing that shit. It's a washout. Those who sat there and watched you struggle and did nothing except comment on it or gossip about it or speculate or judge, they absolutely are not coming with you. Where you're going, you will be fine. Things are going to be falling down. It's going to hurt because we have to turn our head. I promise you. Watch, these cards are going to say it. The people you love most who have been the closest. We love you. Is that Tekka or Tisha? Tekka, like Mecca with a T. Give me a thumbs up there if that's for Tekka. Because the last time I wanted to bring this up, thank you for asking for the shout out. So the last time I did a live, there were naughty comments, and I noticed the naughty comment first and responded to that, and it caused me to miss the comment underneath that, which was the person I would have chosen to react with. I am all for giving shout outs, especially to loved ones, to like imagine asking a DJ to play a love song and will you play this request and tell them it's from so and so. I love love. I would absolutely give your shout out. I would absolutely give your condolences. I will use the platform to give announcements for you because I do see you. I'm making sure to see you. If I didn't plan on interacting with you guys on the lives, I would just do long form and upload it and then you could comment post fact. I absolutely do mean for there to be interaction. So thank you for joining and thank you for asking. And is Tekka a girlfriend? Yeah, no, I don't know. Well, Tekka, we love you. I used to have a friend named Mecca Crockett. Girl was skinny as a stick. Our other friend Taylor, I used to make a joke and say that if they ran into each other, they would make a friction fire. Like, they're tiny little girls. Amazing flyers for cheerleading, though. You can toss those girls up in the air and you get 20 feet on them. I swear, not that much, but you know what I'm saying. Back to the message. So, a lot of our patience is wearing thin. Like, you've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting to see the effort come to something. And it just that's what the strength is about, because you keep putting in without seeing any results. You just know you're working on it. You're just doing all you can to put into it, and then everything you worked for, you had to defend, like with your life. For some people, you had to defend it with everything you got, and that's because change is inevitable, and they're going to resist these changes because they don't like it. In their old story, you were a certain person, which validated them to another degree. You leveling up invalidates their story. It makes their gossip ruined. It makes their smear campaign ruined. It makes all their bullshit fall flat. The nonsense is nonsensing. And yet they're just fishing around, like I said, just digging, just hoping to be a part of it, hoping to keep you in lack. That situation is balancing out right now. Right now. That angel, okay, you see what the angel's actually doing, because somebody was going to do a destiny swap. Whoever's involved with the destiny swap, which if you're in collective, everyone, you're involved in the destiny swap. It's like siphoning. Okay, you see how the angel's got the wings, what the wings are made out of the sticks, and you see the two cups right there? Even though they're wings, the sticks in the 10 of sticks, 10 of swords, 10 of wands is burdens. There's burdens on their back. This angel is balancing out your burdens for these one-sided relationships, these one-sided business deals, these bad contracts, these fucked up illegal marriages, whatever it is, even financial issues. But the destiny swap's definitely not going to work. Whoever's trying to switch you without having done the work isn't going to get the reward, that's for sure. But the angel who's coming to remove your burdens, maybe taking people that you don't see, people who have confused you, people who have kept you just tied up, just distracted, busy, blinded, the whole nine. Even if you can't see, you're walking by faith anyways. You're trusting your gut. You know, you know what makes you happy. You know what's gonna make you feel better. So you're not confused about that. No amount of illusion or destiny swapping or yeah, none of that. You know what makes you happy. You know what would make your home happy. And honestly, this angel of balance is going to help you get clarity. No more confusion. That was the influence on the situation. You're not going to be confused anymore. You're going to feel better. You're going to appreciate what you have. You're going to see the good in your own environment. You're going to see that you're surrounded by not like-minded, but like vibing. You don't have to have the same hobby and interest. You don't have to do the same thing to be similar in nature. I've said this before. I want to have a digital place to live to where, crap, look at that. The haters got to walk off. You're too protected. That fight you've been in, 2 people with 2 swords couldn't beat you with 3 swords. You're prepared. You're ready to defend your stuff, right? The moral of this story and this whole message here is be prepared to defend yourself. Be prepared to defend what you've been working for. Be prepared to keep your boundaries. Be prepared to say no. Be prepared to be very firm about it because you worked hard to get where you're at. You worked very hard to start new, to start over from something else. You've already had to build up and got knocked down to square one. Who knows how many times? Who knows? That's why you have to keep working on it, keep working on it, keep working on it. But those who tried to rush you, those who tried to come in and take another stab at it, those who, like some people are getting ready to spin the block, okay? And it's going to be ass-kissing energy. They're not going to come in hot. Like your enemies aren't going to act like this. That it won't feel like all them against just you. It will feel like you're not in shining armor, someone who's come to your aid, someone who's come to rescue you, but it won't be that. No new friends right now, okay? Because where were those people when you were struggling? Where were those people when you had nothing? Where were those people when you were sick and hurt and just depressed? If they left you when you were down, yeah, they're sure not coming back when you're up. See how his head is down and he's actually just using a stick? That's like coming in and pretending to be helped. But really, you're a whole king of swords out here. You're already sitting on your throne and you know the truth. You're not going to get pushed off your block and have history retold to you. We're not going to mollycoddle them and let them rewrite the story to where they're not as guilty as they really are. They're not as bad as what they really did. They sure are. They sure are. And a lot of these people did it to themselves. In pursuit of trying to take you out, they have taken themselves out. They couldn't quit. You were busy working on yourself. You were busy facing shadow aspects. You were busy, correcting things that you thought were personality flaws. You made the choice to do for yourself. You looked and you saw, and it seemed like there were so many offers. There were so many, I'll do this, I'll do that, if you want, but in so many directions. But really, you don't need someone to come in to defend you because you can defend yourself, and you got you here. You got you here. That's the wheel. Not only is the wheel turning as in you'll be moving on from this, you'll be moving forward from this. Your momentum is going to drive you forward. Their momentum is going to accelerate their downfall because they had nothing better to do than to fuck with you, I guess. And since it's back to business, some people have now made it their business to stop these people who are causing these problems. This week is going to get ugly. It's going to be real court all week long. It's going to be back to business for pretty much everyone. Like I said, everyone's kids are going back to school. College kids, they're leaving their job to go back to their classes. Kids who are at home with their parents, they're going back to school. Parents are being able to take on more work because their kids are back at school. So there will definitely be law and order in these streets. There will definitely be a regiment, a regulation to things. It won't just be a free-for-all, a descent into madness. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Oh my goodness. Hey, in that forward motion, the same one who asked about a mini love reading, you should be freaking jacked because there is nothing better than a pair coming out. And when it gets to that, not only did it take out the fake ones, but should you have new partnerships coming in, they will also be truthful. Should you have new jobs coming in, they will be legit. Should you have, say, legal representation, you'll have a very good and qualified lawyer. you'll have the best of what it is you're needing. You won't have to be scraping by. You won't have to be scavenging for things. You have just done your whole turn. If we all have to do a season in hell, we just did ours. And now it's the other half of the class's turn. You have done the work to upright yourself, so now you're actually going to attract another upright person. There won't be any games or illusions. There won't be any funny business. See that? See that? Even that Queen of Swords, whoever was trying to cause you harm, whoever was trying to do the stupid, they're not going to get through. They're going to hurt themselves trying. That's all there is to that. They've done all they can do. They've swung as hard as they can, but they do not have the maturity that it takes to do the work. So those who have been clinging on to the coattails of others, those who've been trying to do the destiny swap instead of doing the work themselves, those who have tried to siphon from others instead of producing their own, are going right on the bottom of the deck. Judgment. Judgment's being called. We're making judgment calls. We're getting rid of the people who act like that. We're getting rid of the people who drain us, drain our money, our resources. Those who make us feel tugged on, even emotionally, like guilt tripped, they gotta go. They gotta go. The codependency, they're bound. That's what I mean by the judgment. To do this, to get judgment and to be ended up looking like this, is to say you've been trapped by your own behavior. So those who really did the work will be moving on, and those who didn't will be having empty cups. They'll just be begging. They'll just be locked out in the cold, begging. Same people who have tried to live off the charity of others, even they're going to go. They may not be the worst person. They may not be doing anything cruel, but they're still being wrong. They're still users. They're still losers. They're still abusers because they're still taking from someone else instead of producing on their own. That's not right. That creates imbalance. Shed a little light on that situation. We have seen them, right? And their actions, there it is. Ace of Swords. Truth. Their actions have shown who they are. We were believing their words for a long time. We wanted to trust them. We wanted to help them. We wanted to hope for the best. We wanted to do what was right, and they didn't. They counted on us wanting to do what was right to stay on a lot longer than they should have. Now, all the people who we've been dragging around because they're a charity case, charity starts at home. If somebody is always in a bad situation and they can't explain themselves and they don't know how to fix it, and as soon as you fix it for them, they call you again and they need you to fix it again, well, that person is not having a hard time. They're playing into your sympathies. They're playing into your kind nature. So, as shitty as it sounds, and I am not the kind of person who enjoys saying let them suffer, because I'm the first to run into a burning building to try to keep them from suffering. But to the empaths and the healers and the intuitives and the star seeds and the shamans, we can't keep trying to heal the dead things. They're practically rotting from the inside out, and there is no saving it. It's taken more than a toll on us. It's actually stopping us from helping the ones who need us, because repeat offenders are acting like chronic patients, and there's a difference. If they continue to do it to themselves, then what they're doing is hurting themselves, screaming for you to help, and just to see if you'll run for it. Like it's a control thing. Like a toddler who throws the keys off the table, you pick them up, throws the keys off the table, you pick them up, throws the keys off the table, you pick them up. It's fun because that baby just doubled its size. It can now do twice as many things as it was going to be able to do because it's using your body to do them. You see what I'm saying? And that's how a destiny swap can work. Somebody else making you feel guilted into their care or their protection, while really it's forfeiting your own protection. It's really siphoning your purpose and your destiny to be there trying to help them along. It's not part of your purpose to get them where they're going. It's your purpose to get where you're going. However, trying to help them and realizing they're not going to come is a part of the journey. It's a part of, you should have that in you to want to care for others, to be empathetic and compassionate for others, and to want to help if you can. But then there's so many fakes and phonies crying wolf that those that you went and helped just so they could be Decepticons make it to where the real ones don't get help. We're getting rid of the Decepticon. We're getting rid of the liar. We're getting rid of the leech. We're getting rid of the parasite, the snake and low grass, the pest. We're done. We're done. We're done. Their behavior has at least been reduced to just annoying, but there's no reason to keep letting that level of distraction exist when we have some serious issues we need to get to. And the more time we spend letting them be in denial of what they've already done, the longer it's going to take to fix it. So not only did they not help the situation, they won't face the situation. Give me 1 second. They won't face what they've done. And we can't force them to take accountability unless we just start approach the situation completely different. And since they're scared of their consequences, that was the reason they were lying and redirected in the first place. No one gets to hide from what they've done forever, right? And so try to do good deeds so that you don't need to hide from it. Those who have been doing good deeds where it seems like it's never quite making it back to you, you're not catching that break, you're not even getting your basic needs met because of the shit that's going on. You have to cut people out. This really is the season where you have to go alone. Be brave. You're self-reliant. It's the ones who have been relying on you and holding you back that have to go. They have to get clipped. It's like deadheading plants. These have all dried up over the summer. They can't even take in any more sunlight or bloom any further, and they're taking away from the rest of the plant. So you have to pluck those dead pieces off so that the rest of the plant can survive. It's time to make the cuts so the rest of the body can survive. There are certain members, they just can't go with you. They've got a dark agenda against you. And basically, when you have a small circle, you assume it's an outside force working against you. It's not. It's the ones closest to you. They're the only ones who have access. And so then it does get to a point of total aloneness. Not alone like you can't reach out and talk to anyone, but like the situation is so individualized no one can relate, and you know they can't. And you don't have a way to describe it, nor a desire to let people into that very private, very vulnerable moment. I'm a person who wears my emotions on my sleeve, so I don't have too much of a hard time expressing how we the group feel. I have a harder time holding it in because to me it's like public knowledge. The way autistic children respond to an overstimulation of energy is a truth response to the overstimulation of the energy. That kid is only verbalizing or acting on what everybody else in the room feels and is not expressing. So it's like there's a pent up chunk of energy, and the spectral child is the one forced to deal with it. If more of us are carrying more of our own energy and even dealing with the chunklets that we'd rather not, then we can protect our kids from constantly just walking through these plumes of poisonous energy. It's important to take the toxic family members away. It's important to take the toxic environments away. And just because you were born there doesn't mean you need to stay there forever. It means it's the root system, and you need to take what's good from it and leave the rest. A lot like they say about tarot, take what resonates and leave the rest. Well, we tend to choose what resonates to be what we want to hear. Nobody wants someone to do a reading and say, it looks like you're going to be in a car crash next week. You're going to want to double down on your insurance. One, it would seem like a bold statement that she's just guessing. And two, out of fear, you would want her to be wrong or him to be wrong. So you wouldn't heed that advice all the way up until when you're in a car crash and you're like, oh my God, they said that. I should have listened. Those moments are for your growth. Those moments are for your learning. But if you don't really believe in something, if you don't believe in church and you go to church just because you want to feel something, it's not going to fit. If you do a tarot reading just because you want an answer and you don't like the answer, it's not going to fit. If you go to a counselor and they tell you it's you and you don't want to hear that, it's not going to work, because you have to accept things for what they are. A lot of us seek answers outside of ourselves because the truth hurts too much to go ahead and admit you knew in the first place. That the reason you're having those feelings and those thoughts and those responses is because that's the truth. Your body's responding to truth, and your mind's trying to make the lie fit, and it doesn't. Man. So this here reading looks a little personal, but to those who are doing the work that I've been talking about, the shadow work, the building of, what we have here is the magician. That's got to be you. You the magic boo. You're the one holding all the cards, if you will. Now, you still have to make a decision. You still have to decide which way to go. Go towards your destiny, or be pulled into this freaking cult. You can go your own way, or you can join them. Now, it's been inordinately burdensome. It's like testing you at a high level just to see how much shit you can take. Put you in lack. Take everything from you. Like, well, if we strip you of your powers, then what are you? If we strip you of your powers, then what are you? Because we perceive you to be this big, bad, dark force. So we're going to send someone in. We're going to send someone in. And honestly, they must have been celebrating too early. Because the one they were sending in was trying to steal your destiny. Worked with a cult and a coven. Well, they celebrated too early because this card is upside down. As in, all of that glamour magic, that emotional fulfillment, that joy and celebration that they started as soon as they sent someone in failed because this person thought they saw something. High priestess literally means like psychic, intuitive. They can remote view, they can astral travel, things like that. Well, that is definitely a product of being in a coven. That's very much female witchcraft, not male witchcraft. But the point is these witch hoes who were trying to take your destiny, who really thought you were better than everyone else, they know you know something they don't. They know you have knowledge and they want it. They thought they saw something. They're hung. This is still patience. They were laying and waiting. They were hoping to get in the way of this. They didn't want you to get to the emotionally available man. They didn't want you to get to your real king. A Jezebel spirit, or just a karmic, has gotten in your way to stop you from getting to love because they want to siphon your gifts. So if you're paired with the wrong person, there's like a hole punctured in your bubble and it just leaks out and they get to drink for free, like the thirst traps that they are. But according to the reading, they thought wrong because the glamour magic, the makeup, the love spells, the come to me spells, the jar magic, all backfired. All of that backfired because, like I showed in the beginning, they grouped up. They grouped up against you to do it. So it wasn't a single person. It was a group of people. Say I'm lying. And I told you, they didn't want you to be in this relationship. They didn't want you to see anything good coming towards you. All they wanted you to do was fight and fight and fight. Well, you're done fighting. You're done. You don't have to fight for what's yours. What's yours is always yours. So the crazy game of destiny swap is that has burdened them because it's burdened you, but it's burdened them. They're dumb. They were trying to fuck your marriage up, fuck your unions up, fuck your deals up, fuck your partnerships up. That didn't work too well because you're still gonna be happy. You're still gonna be good to go. They probably have broke your heart. They probably have stolen everything, including your name. But you are the one who built it. You are the one who has the knowledge. You are the one destined for greatness. So no matter how much the magician, the coven, the cult work against you, no matter how many astral spies there are, no matter how many trained hitmen there are, they will be burdened. Whoops, that one flew. You're going to fly, guys, by your success. Literally, your happiness is going to kill them. So when they say kill them with kindness, enjoy yourself, smile, wave, be happy because it kills them. There might as well be glitter shooting out your ass, and that's what you deserve to have because you have endured a lot, my friend. You have endured a lot, including shit from the underworld, hell realms, black magic, death magic, poverty spells. Some of this I will not say. Some of this I will not say. But the betrayal is sickening. The family members, listen, I'll say, the spirit realm's going to do y'all a favor. What's going to happen is the ground crew will be dispersed and the unseen realm is going to take care of it. Like I said, all you need to not do is turn around and help the ones who hurt you. If you've had to overcome them, they're not coming with you. That separation is about to be made. The waters are about to be parted. Mo's in the house, dude. It's over. And the things that they wished on you are about to happen to them. And the things that you never even thought to wish for because you were so busy being hurt is about to be hand delivered to you. All the blessings, all the love, all the friendship, all the trust that you need to be able to restore your faith in humanity. Yeah. To get over this heartbreak, there will be people coming in to try to break your heart again, to try to screw you up and knock you off of your high horse. But it's not going to work. It's not going to work because we started with nothing and got up to here with no one. So, yeah, There's nothing to take. High horse my ass. Whether you're on a horse or sitting on your butt, you're still better than them. You're still a better, you're kinder than them. You care more. You tried more. You gave more. You loved more. And that, you're not wrong for that. You're not stupid for that. You don't need to be forgiven for that. You don't need to beat yourself up for trying to help people who refuse to help themselves. You don't have to beat anyone else up either for the injustice because that's about to be done on your behalf. And lovers aren't usually fighters. Fighters can be lovers. But at this point, we're fighting to protect love. We're fighting to protect peace. We're fighting to protect what's good and right in the world. And when you got right on your side, you don't have to convince. You don't have to explain. You don't have to force anything. That's why what's yours is always yours. What's meant for you will always be yours. If you love it, let it go. It'll come back. That's just an exercise in not holding on too tightly. That's just an exercise in trust. And if you've been doing your faith walk for a while, you've been put in some real hinky situations, and you only had God to trust. And look where you are now. You're better for it. Don't worry. Trust the process, let it unfold the way it needs to, and defend yourself. Defend the ones you love, but defend yourself, okay? Keep your boundaries up. If you've got to build walls around yourself to become a tower for others, then that's what's got to happen. We're going to keep a light on in that lighthouse. Until next time, guys, I love you. I don't know if I'm allowed